So I'm wondering then, so one of the things I'm interested in at the minute is habit formation and how we stick at
And
habits.
yes,
And you mentioned going to a group and then going to a different group and trying lots of different things. And I'm wondering whether you describe these 12 different types of people, whether when we are trying to find our way in terms of practice and habit,
mm,
whether it depends on what type of person we are in terms of that 12. And like for some people, doing the
yes,
exact same thing every day is what works. And for some people, that would make your head explode with boredom.
absolutely, absolutely. And it's just being able to move away from and see it, name it, claim it, and let it go. The conditioning that we got as children from our parents and society, and to be able to, question a lot of that. So, like I say, I've got lots of individuality in my chart. So I can see where I can come across as maybe on occasions a bit arrogant or a bit aloof. It's not. It's just I'm very individual and having a very individual process, which sometimes I can't translate as well. And so some people look at me and go, she's very out the box, or she's nuts, she's as mad as a bag of frogs, whatever. It's it's just because, you know, I've had I've had so many sort of awakenings and releases and, you know, dissolving of the conditioning and the shame and all the stuff that wasn't mine. It was never mine, to really step into my true self, which is from innocence. My motivation is from innocence. And it's like the people that I've met recently that have never met me before, but had a relationship with me online since 2020, once they're in my energy, they're like, yeah, there is an innocence with you. Well, that was never said to me 8 years ago, 5 years ago. I was just this naughty scamp. But I feel like self knowledge and self awareness is crucial in these times.
Yes.
But if we don't really understand why we're here, why we react the way that we do, all those kind of things, it's like, because I'm an emotional authority, I'm not going to be the best reviewer for the Tyneside and their horror season. I don't like horror movies, do you know what I mean? But I don't know, ask me to go and review certain plant medicines and their medicinal value, I'll be all over that. Because it's anything about restoration, anything about nourishment, anything about, it's like suddenly, it is a bit like when you see The Wizard of Oz. That's how I describe my awakenings throughout my life, and I've had a few. It's a bit like that scene when it goes from black and white in The Wizard of Oz into color, and suddenly everything is just technicolor and vibrant, and her shoes are really sparkly, and and lots of us have those experiences with mood altering, but actually those experiences are also possible in completely in a natural state. And I just feel that we're all carrying childhood trauma. We're all carrying disappointment. We're all carrying heartache. We're all carrying fears. We're all carrying unfounded fears, shame, all the rest, all of it. And so, if there's, you know, if there's anything that sort of gives us a set of instructions to actually understand what this process is and to be able to sort of step into majority of the time feeling grateful and feeling excited and feeling like, wow, what's going to happen? Wow, I'm here in this timeline when all this is happening, and I've actually got the opportunity. It's not about writing a book, it's not about getting the rights to the book, it's not about notoriety or any of that, but it's just about, all of us now actually living our purpose and living a life with much more gentleness and softness and ease and flow, and back to trading, away from where you can't have that because you can't afford it and all that kind of thing. Once human design, I'm not saying it's going to sort out world peace or sort out the problem with Israel, but self knowledge is key. Because I'm seeing an awful lot of people, I'm sure you are, I'm just looking at them, Trump, Putin, all the rest. I've wounded little boys running around with a lot of power, but wounded.
Yeah. So you've seen my chart, I think.
Mm.
What what could you tell me about me, but using human design?
Yeah. Okay. So you are a projector. So you're not one of the majority of the four types, and you are mentally directed. So you don't have any authority. So when I
Don't
talk
have any
about
authority.
yeah, your inner authority is your own. It's mental. It's not emotional dread. So it's not. You don't have to wait. But it's not sacral where you know instantly in the moment. You've got your own sort of mental process, and for you that's the investigator, and the number one is the investigator, as I said
So
to you.
I think before I feel. Is that what that means?
uh yes, but the investigator also will not step into anything, any job, any relationship, any situation without first understanding who they're working with, who the other person is, what the other person, what it's all about. They are the investigator. The ones are the investigators. They are here to read the small print, check the details. Well, for things to be correct, they're not really so much an impulse buy kind of people. They are the people that would want to just, even if it just means going off and having a quick little look on Google at what the product might be. If they don't know the product, they're not just gonna say, "Wow, you're really wowing me. I'm really getting pulled in." Yes, I know I'm getting pulled in, but hold up a second. Let me just check in with this. You
Okay.
sound wonderful. It sounds wonderful. Let's see what other people are saying though, because I mean, I'm a
So
sales.
so are you then saying that I'm the kind of person you wouldn't jump in with both feet and not looking where I'm going?
Listen, no, because you're a 1-3. So that's conscious. You're conscious when you're investigating. What I better check that works. I better check what the connections are for my flights. Well in advance, everything booked and all that kind of thing. No, because then what undoes you somewhat is the three. And the three energy. I'm a 6-3. You're a 1-3. The three energy is a driver. You've got this constant drive for experience. That's why you're doing a podcast. You want to experience, you want the conversations, you want to understand.
I want to believe.
Yes, you want to believe, but you might always be questioning like that.
Yeah.
If you look more deeply into your chart, that could just be who you are. And who I am is I don't need to know that here. I need to feel it because I'm emotional authority and experience. So, and then that's what the threes are here to do. The threes bump into a lot of people, a lot of experiences, a lot of situations. And so they're being invited all the time, and they're being to into having experiences, be that whatever, a sister circle, a trip to Greece, walks to explore the pyramids in Cairo, whatever, you know, the three is always bumping into experience. And the three is about making bonds and breaking bonds and understanding sometimes that people can come into our life and, we bump into a lot of people as threes. We can't keep up with them all. It's impossible. It's impossible. Um, and so the threes process, and it's unconscious, it's not conscious. The threes process is trial and error. I need to try this, and even if yeah, but you're going to get hurt, or you're going to lose some money, yeah, but we need the experience to
So the
understand.
one part of me will investigate and think things through, and then the three part of me will go, ah, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway.
Oh, wow.
It
Yes
doesn't
and
relate to
no.
that.
Yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, as you've grown and matured as a woman, the people that you would have allowed in and said yes to for dinner or a weekend away or whatever else when you were 20 something is different to probably now, and that's how we sort of change and grow anyway. But, I'm supposed to be in my innocence. I'm supposed to be from my innocence. I'm supposed to be sitting in that. I mean, that's what they say all about being in the feminine anyway. What is being in the feminine? It's being allowed to be in your innocence and trusting that.
Mm.
But we live in a society that, most women are going, I don't feel safe. Like, I better work harder and I better get an extra degree and I better because no one's going to look after me and I want to look after myself.